Hey guys, welcome to the scholarship vlog. Today we're calling the University of Georgia. We're going to be finding out what it takes to get a scholarship there and when you should start the recruiting process. So let's go live to the call.
How's it going?
Hey, Coach Zachary, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, not too bad, not too bad. Man, thanks for the call. We appreciate your time.
Oh yeah, for sure. No worries at all.
Awesome.
Just having a good MLK day and head back to the office in a little bit, but got a little bit of time to answer any questions y'all need to, help you guys out or help the agency or for whatever reason.
No, I appreciate that. Absolutely, no, I appreciate that a lot. So just real quick, so what's your background in golf? Did you play in college at all?
Okay, so my dad and Scotty Cameron are really good buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And so growing up, we would always fly out to see Mr. Cameron at his house, and then we'd go to the studio. And so every birthday and Christmas, he would always send me a putter. And it would always be a Circle T putter, but at that age, I had no idea what that meant. And the older I got, the more I really realized, whoa, look, this is actually, Scotty Cameron putter, you know what I mean? And so I kind of just grew up looking at that. So when I started applying to colleges, I had about 5 or 6 offers, but it was nothing that I really wanted to go to. It was smaller schools, Division II, maybe a Division I, but it wasn't anything that, golf. I love golf a lot, but I didn't love it enough to where over, for my education, more than that. And
right.
So, I said, I'm going to go to Georgia, and I can work with the golf team there, and so it was the best idea for me. And it actually worked out perfectly.
Awesome.
And so I worked with the golf team at Georgia as a manager for 4 years, and then I am now a GA with the team, and I'm in my 2nd year with that.
Oh, very cool.
That's actually pretty cool and exciting. It's Coach Hack's a great guy. I've really met a lot of good people throughout this. And
right.
so one of our players is granddad is Billy Payne, and so he's had us over at Augusta 5 or 6 times, and it's been a lot of fun. And so I actually just interviewed with Augusta National last week for a job at college. So maybe that'll work its way out, but you kind of never know about those things. So just kind of taking it one day at a time.
Right, absolutely, very cool. So just going off of University of Georgia, the golf team, what's for an incoming freshman, what's kind of the minimum requirements that you're looking for, or what do you guys look for in a player that you're trying to recruit?
Right, so there's a ton of things, and it's weird. So depending on where he's from, we don't tend to get international kids, and the reason being, it's just worked so well on our path to stick with American guys. And the reason we say that is we've had a couple guys from Japan back in the day where, there's a real issue with communication and dialect throughout the team, and it just didn't bring a good persona, for communication throughout the team itself. And so we really, really, really relied on this, not necessarily going away from it, but it's just a little bit harder for an international student to, I guess you would say, strive in Athens. And so we really just, first of all, we look at scores, obviously, but we really start recruiting kids at age 12. That's about the age we start really looking at to them and really diving deep and investing in them and, just kind of monitor them and seeing scores. And AJGA is, a big thing for us. And, our head coach used to be the president of AJGA, so that's the main thing he's really looking at for scores. Hurricane golf's good. There's a lot of really good programs in Georgia and all the Georgia stuff, but, there's only select amount of people that can get invited to some of these, tournaments, and
right.
that kind of limits down, kids within itself. And the Georgia golf program has won 2 national championships, over 20 SEC championships. We've had a really good tradition of golfers, and so, we're not just going to offer anyone, so we're really looking at them at a young age. And we're actually just got a big recruit the other day from Virginia, and he actually was in downtown for a visit not too long ago, and he's a great guy, good family, and we like a lot of them. But academics is another big thing. At Georgia, rightfully so, athletes tend to have a little bit more power. And my uncle, he's the head coach at Furman in South Carolina, and so there, their academics are really strong, and they, you're really getting monitored if you come in. At Georgia, our academics are strong, and we want that because we have mandatory hours of study time and Rankin Smith where we go to, help study for tests or getting flashcards, anything done with academics. But we don't necessarily look at it as much as, if a kid has like a 2.0 GPA, we try to get them in. But, if he's anywhere around the 3, we have, things built in for a reason where we can take a summer class in the summer and go into school to get your GPA up, your test scores higher. So academics is a big thing, but it's not like it's one of those, where we're going to an Ivy League school where academics is the only thing that'll get you in. Athletics get you in. If you really want to dive deep, if you look at the football team, for an example, it's getting a little bit wishy-washy where half these kids can't speak. They get on national television after a win, and it's a little embarrassing. So, we don't want that to happen, but, overall, academics plays a big part in it. Definitely scores from golf, and it's consistency. That's one of the biggest things. Most people think, oh, you might win a tournament. Well, if you took a year off or you've been hurt, that doesn't look good at all for us. We want someone that's kind of consistently playing and also consistently, playing well.
Right, of course. So what's kind of the ideal athlete for you, scores-wise, GPA-wise? You said about a 3.0, and then SAT. What are you really looking for?
Right. So, the SAT, when I was in school, it was a 2,400 max. SAT now is a 1,600 max, correct?
Right, correct.
And so that's the thing. It really differs because, you look at the slope of a course. Someone could be averaging 70 at a really tough course, and that could be amazing. Someone could be averaging 64 at a course, and, the course slopes. You know what I mean? Like, the scores is really, 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 a lot of people rely on the score. It's not the score so much. It's more tournament results and tournament wins. And that's what we're really looking at.
Right.
You can also average 68 your whole career, and that's amazing. That's really well golf, But the thing with that is, what course you're playing. If you're playing at a course you played, your entire life, everything about it, that's the only course you play. You have no diversity with it, your scores and where you play at. That doesn't like you,
Right.
It's more of getting out there for tournaments and winning tournaments or doing really well in tournaments. Top 10s really looks good, but a winning tournaments looks amazing. AJGA is tough as it is, so.
No, I understand absolutely. And what are you doing? So you said they're looking for. I mean, you follow your athletes sometimes on your watch list that are 12 years old. So what do you guys do from that 12-year-old point, and how do you watch them?
Right. So one thing we do is the families contact us. So they'll just send us an email, hey, my son's this bad, or our network's so big now that we'll have so many pros call us, hey, we got a kid, it's amazing.
Right.
And we don't talk to them. All we do is just monitor them. So we have them on our spreadsheet. Just say, hey, this is his name. This is where he plays out of. And we'll get this pro's number and say, hey, you know what? We're going to get this guy's number, and we'll be in contact. Maybe next year contact them. There's some parts of the year we can't recruit. Sometimes we can't talk to them. It's just, you really got to monitor the ball.
Sure.
Well. So, like, going back earlier to answer your question, SAT, we were telling you, academics is very important. But if you have a respectable SAT, a respectable GPA, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, he has a 2.7, he can't get in.
Right.
No, if you're a good enough golfer, you're going to get in. You know what I mean? And the problem is here, golf is so rigorous that, you're in school so rigorous too that you're trying to balance both, and the kids coming from these schools where it's not tough. And so they get here, and, the GPA in high school is 4.0. That doesn't mean anything once you get to college, because college is a whole new ballgame.
Oh, absolutely.
And, then all they're doing is focusing on golf, and then we have 2 kids fail class last semester. They're still eligible to play this semester, but it's just one of those things where now they're back a little bit.
Right.
A couple of them are talking about going pro now. So, it's a lot of stuff going into it where not many people realize how much is truly going into a college golf. There's, a day in the life of them.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And just last question for, I know you're pretty busy, but how do you guys currently...
You're good.
No, I appreciate that. How do you guys currently do your recruiting? Obviously, sometimes you'll work with agencies like ourselves, but do you kind of rely on agencies? You seek out people yourself? You go to tournaments? How does that work?
Right, okay, so normally what happens is, we're contacted at young age. So check this kid out.
Yep.
And we'll just kind of monitor them. And literally, throughout 5 or 6 years, we'll just follow guys and just keep up with the scores and, just kind of see how they're doing. And it's not like we're going out, traveling around and 50 kids and seeing everything they're doing. That's
Right.
not what we're doing. But if we have a kid we really like, we're going to go fly out, go watch them tournament, go meet the family, go invest more into them, So it really depends on, so many attributes with the entire, recruiting process where there's no select idea. We have guys call us and say, hey, look, this kid just blew up in 10th grade. He's amazing. I know you're full. But, hey, look, if this kid's better and the kid that we've already offered a scholarship to is struggling with injury, hate to say it, but we'll drop him. That's just part of the college golf thing. You can't take a guy who's hurt, a great golfer, a 12-year-old, and then he gets to where he's in high school, and then he has ACL or shoulder injury. You know, once I get to college, he's not pumped out at all. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we've actually recently dropped 2 kids that have been on our team for 3 years because they haven't qualified for one tournament.
Wow.
And it came to that extent where our team in the last 2 years has not been that great. And so we had to make some big changes. And the athletic director had some meetings with coaching.
Absolutely.
You know, it came to a time where we got to realize, hey, who we are, you know, what we struggle. You know, all our guys on tour now, 10, 12 guys, you know, they're killing it. You know, so I mean, that's the thing. There's no select way we recruit, but, you know, we check out the HSGS for us all the time. I mean, we have so many pros, former golfers that say, hey, look, you need to check out this kid, you know. So there's really not a select way we recruit a guy, but once we have, you know, a mindset on a guy, we'll do anything in our power. We'll fly out to him, we'll give him a call, text, we'll go watch 5 tournaments, you know, whatever it takes for him to notice us more, you know.
Right.
Just think about it. It's the same way for other coaches, too, in other colleges.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah, I guess the biggest thing, I mean, it kind of sounds like just starting early is, I mean, if you're 12 years old, 13 years old, I mean, you'd rather get notified or noticed if you're pretty good at that age to get started with some sort of, I guess, contact or communication with you guys if it's the right fit.
Right, exactly. Like we had Brian Harmon. Brian Harmon was like the second best golfer in the country coming out of high school, but we know we offer him really early. And as we say offer, I'm sure you understand this, but college golfers, our program only gets 4.2 scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
We have 12 guys on the team. We just got Nick Cassidy, early enrollee, first one in the history of Georgia golf. He just came in last week. And so 12 guys, 4.2 scholarships, you're not getting a lot of money.
Right, exactly.
School, you know, you have grab and go, all your meals are pretty much, you know, paid. You got a dining plan, you got housing, unless you want to choose to live off campus. All your clothing and gear is paid for. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. Not many people realize. They think it's just heaven and amazing. No, you know, there's a lot you're paying for. I mean, you're not getting much money at all with golf. You know, we have a couple of kids, Trent Phillips, who's really good. He really produced for us this ball. He shot in the 60s in every tournament but the last round in the last tournament. You know, something like that, you'll get a little bit more scholarship. Some of these kids that, you know, come from backgrounds of, you know, very affluent areas.
Right.
And just somehow, you know, played really well when we were recruiting them, and now they're not doing as well. You know, they're not going to get as much. You know, so it's just a system we go through and just, you know, monitoring different people, different. You know, there's so many things that you monitor and check out that everyone thinks, oh, he's a college golfer. No, that's not that fun. You know, I mean, there's a lot that really just goes into the whole entire process. And yeah, I mean, we'll recruit kids at a young age. We're not going to really offer them at 12, but
right.
Monitor.
Yeah, create that list. Sure.
Yeah, we have our kids full though. I mean, for a couple years out.
Oh yeah, like you told me. Yeah, I think you told me you're full for 21s. Like that's that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like Vanderbilt, you know, I think they're full to 22.
Wow.
And, you know, it's just, you know, whoever you think you're fit, you're going to take them, and you're not going to change up. Now, our coach is big on loyalty, so he's not going to offer a kid that he's questioning. You know, he's going to know for sure this kid's the real deal, you know.
Absolutely. All right. No,
but I mean, it's good, though.
Appreciate that. No,
so where are y'all located?
We're in West Palm. Yes, I mean, obviously, we're not too far away from you guys, just being one state south, but, I mean, golf being so big where we are, we're about 15 minutes away from PGA Nationals, so we work with a good amount of golfers from a domestic area, but then also internationally. So if I know that you're saying that you're full for 21 and stuff like that, and if I had a guy actually what's that?
But things change. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You never know.
100%.
But we definitely have to put you on a spreadsheet and all the guys.
No, definitely, absolutely. Yeah, I probably got 1 or 2 guys, and now talking to you, understanding what you guys look for in your program, filtering it down to like probably 1 guy that we just brought on. He's a really good athlete. Very competitive, comes to the U.S. a lot, but he is from Soto Grande, Spain. So we'll definitely keep in touch though, and I'll definitely throw you some guys if they're a good fit. Okay.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And so, how far are y'all from Miami?
We're about an hour and 10, hour 15, not too far.
Okay, I'm actually heading down for spring break to Naples.
Okay.
My mother lives there. I'm doing not necessarily recruiting, but we're going to check up on some people while we're down there.
Definitely.
But I think we're headed to one of the games. I don't really know what team it's called. The hockey team, Carolina Panthers, maybe.
Oh, I know what team you're talking about. Yeah, the Panthers. It's in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sunshine, Florida, I think.
Okay. Yep. That's it. Absolutely.
but I'll be down there. But yeah, anything, feel free to call me. I mean, I'm here to help y'all out too.
No, I appreciate it,
I mean,
Coach.
and that's a big thing, just being realistic, and I understand, you know your guys very well, but
Yep.
Some people that are just trying to get their sons,
Yeah,
they're not a Georgia SEC level, you know what I mean? They're
Absolutely,
more of a, Division III,
Right.
There's a lot that really goes into it, but I really appreciate you giving me a call.
No, absolutely. I appreciate your time.
You just call me, okay, and let me know.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Damn, man.
Woo,
12 years
12
old.
years old.
12 years old. You heard that. We always say a lot on these videos, start early around 14, but you heard it from Coach. 12 years old they're starting from, and they're full till 2021. Vanderbilt's full till 2022. You've got to start this process early if you go into these big D1 programs, and that's why we film these calls. You can hear not just from us, but from the coaches themselves, how early you need to start. So, and that's for the top D1. It's not for every
Yeah, it's
school,
top
but-
D1. They're going to be a top program academically, athletically. They fly everywhere, so you're going to be on a jet, on a plane, going to different tournaments.
It's one of the biggest programs.
One of the biggest programs, yeah. I mean,
Who do you think is saying that, Basti? When you said something around that?
I don't know if I'm going to say on camera. We'll keep it off camera.
Keep it off camera. We got a client that we think we're sending there. But yeah, we wanted to get that. I think the other thing I thought was interesting was they're friends with Scotty Cameron.
Yeah. Oh, there
I pulled
it
it
is.
out. I
There
pulled it out.
is.
So if you're a golf fan, you like putters, you'll know Scotty Cameron are probably the best putters out there. They're friends with the guy who owns it, which is pretty cool. I thought also what was interesting was how they want to see you for like 5 years on the list. So they mentioned that, get your name out there. So we would obviously get your name out there, but then keep up to date with them. We'll keep them know how you're doing. You heard from Coach, they have restrictions when they can talk to you, but they can talk to us pretty much whenever.
Yeah, the big things for me was the list. So I keep telling people, Coach would create a watch list, and that's what they just told us. AJGA, they go off of that. Yeah. Big. And then they want to see a diverse tournament schedule. Scores and tournaments.
That was it.
Wins
Scores.
And
It was scores and tournaments, right? A lot of times we've always told you guys this as well. Your handicap doesn't matter. It's about the results you get. So again, we tell all of our golfers, looking at your schedule, what are you doing? Making sure that's a good schedule. Now they did mention they don't really recruit so much internationally. They've gone more domestic. That's just their preference, but they will look at internationals.
Right.
Other D1 programs are heavily internationals, but they will do their recruiting process in a similar way where you've got to get on that list and build that rapport. So we keep telling you guys the same things. We're doing that so you guys can really understand this, but it's all about the scores, the tournaments you're playing, getting on these lists. That's why we get you in touch with so many schools. So we keep the options open. So when it does come to the signing period, you're going to get your preference schools on that list.
Yep. Just start early. That's
Start early, guys. 12 years old. As early as that's what it takes. Tiger did 12 years old.
Yeah.
Tiger was 12 years old. So if you're not 12, maybe you're 14, 15, 16, you're watching this video, don't panic. We can still fast track that process for you, but you can see you're going to be a bit behind the game. So you've got to get that going. You can't just keep thinking, am I going to do this? You've got to make a decision. You want to do this and get it going sooner than later. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back for more videos to come. Take care.